Imagine flying a rickety wooden plane in pitch-black night, with no lights, no radio, and Nazi guns waiting to tear you apart. This was the reality for a group of women who struck fear into the heart of Hitler's army. They called them the Night Witches. Hit that subscribe button now and join us on this journey into the shadows of World War II. It's 1941. The Nazi war machine is unstoppable, blitzing through Soviet territory. Cities burn, millions flee. But in a quiet airfield hidden in the Russian steppe, a group of young women, some barely out of their teens, are preparing for a mission that could change the war. They're not soldiers. They're not generals. They're pilots. And they're about to become the Nazis' worst nightmare. Their planes? Polikarpov Po-2s. Wooden biplanes from the 1920s built for crop dusting, not combat. No armor, no parachutes, just canvas, plywood, and courage. The Nazis laughed when they first heard of them. Women flying relics against their steel warbirds. But they wouldn't laugh for long. These women were the 588th Night Bomber Regiment, led by Major Irina Sebrova, a Soviet aviation legend. She handpicked them, students, secretaries, farm girls, with one thing in common: a fire to fight back. But the odds were brutal. Their planes could carry only 2 bombs at a time. They had to fly low, dodging searchlights and anti-aircraft guns, and they flew at night, in total darkness, to avoid being shot down. Their strategy? Glide silently. They'd climb high, cut their engines, and drift over German lines like ghosts. The only sound was the wind whistling through their wires, a sound the Nazis came to dread, calling it the whisper of death. That's when they earned their name, Nachthexen, the Night Witches. Let's follow one mission. It's 1942 near Stalingrad. The air is freezing, minus 20 degrees. Pilot Nadezhda Popova, just 20 years old, climbs into her cockpit. Her navigator, Katya, checks the map by flashlight. They've flown 6 missions already tonight, each one a brush with death. Their target? A German supply depot, heavily guarded. One wrong move and they're done. As they approach, searchlights stab the sky. Nadezhda cuts the engine. Silence. Her heart pounds. Below, Nazi gunners scan the darkness, unaware of the shadow creeping closer. Katya whispers coordinates. They're 500 feet above the target. One bomb drops, then another. Boom! The depot erupts in flames. But now the sky lights up. Tracer bullets scream past. Nadezhda yanks the controls, banking hard. Will they make it out? Nadezhda survived that night. But not every witch did. The 588th flew over 23,000 missions, dropping 3,000 tons of bombs. They faced frostbite, starvation, and planes that sometimes caught fire mid-flight. One pilot, Anna Yegorova, was shot down, captured, and tortured, but never broke. Another, Irina Sebrova, flew 1,008 missions, more than any pilot, man or woman, in the war. Yet their stories were buried, their medals tucked away in Soviet archives. Why? Because they were women in a man's war. Let's dive deeper. Picture this. A moonless night in 1943. The Germans have adapted. They've set traps, decoys to lure the witches into kill zones. Pilot Larisa Rozanova is on her 9th run of the night. Her plane's engine sputters. It's been hit. Fuel leaks. She smells smoke. Her navigator screams to bail out, but there's no parachute. Larisa has seconds to decide. Crash land behind enemy lines or try to limp back. What would you do? Larisa crash-landed in a field, dragging her wounded navigator to safety. They hid in a ditch as German patrols closed in, their flashlights slicing through the dark. For hours, they held their breath, praying. At dawn, Soviet scouts found them, alive but barely. Larisa flew again the next night. That was the Night Witch's code. Never stop, no matter the cost. The Nazis hated them. They offered iron crosses to any gunner who downed a witch. But the witches were relentless. They flew up to 18 missions a night, sleeping in trenches, eating frozen bread. Their planes were so slow, 90 miles an hour, that German fighters struggled to target them without stalling. One Messerschmitt pilot, furious after failing to shoot down a Po-2, reportedly crashed in frustration. The witches didn't just fight, they humiliated. But courage came at a price. 32 night witches died. Some burned in their planes, others vanished in the night. Their families were told little, their sacrifices buried under Soviet secrecy. After the war, the survivors returned to ordinary lives. Teachers, clerks, haunted by memories they couldn't share. Nadezhda Popova once said, "We flew to prove we could, not because we wanted to." Their legacy? A whisper in history, until now. By 1945, the Night Witches had helped turn the tide. Their bombs crippled Nazi supply lines. Their raids sowed panic. 23 of them earned the Hero of the Soviet Union Award, the nation's highest honor. Yet the world forgot them, until stories like this bring them back. On Zummark, Untold, we're giving these women the spotlight they deserve. Who else's story needs telling? If this story sent chills down your spine, don't miss the next untold tale from World War II. Subscribe to Zummark Untold and hit the bell so you never miss a story that history tried to hide.